In this lesson, we're going to look at the motion of an object that's traveling in two different directions at the same time. What I've already done is videotape a golf ball rolling off the edge of a table, and I've used the video capture function in Logger Pro to actually videotape it, and then I've also marked its position as it was moving off of the table to the air until it actually hit the ground. And as I did that, Logger Pro has plotted its position along the x-axis with time at the same time as it has done its position along the y-axis with time. And now what I'm going to do is insert a second graph, and then I want to scale these two graphs so that they are close to being the same size, and then keep their scales proportional to each other so that we can look at what's actually happening along the x-axis at the same time as we're looking at what's happening along the y-axis. Put this one here. So if I want to compare displacement time, on this axis we have what's happening in the x dimension, and here what's happening in the y dimension. And notice again that I'm going from 0 to -1 meters and from 0 to 1 meter, fairly close. So we can compare what's happening to their displacements. We can do the same thing with their velocities. I can look at the x velocity here and the y velocity here. But again, I want to keep the scales similar to each other, so that here we're looking at a scale of 0 to -5. I want to do the same up here to scale this from 0 to 5, so that we get a very good comparison of what's actually happening in comparison to how the velocities are actually changing with each other. So here we're looking velocity from 0 to 5, and now we're looking at velocity on the y-axis at an appropriate scale. And we can see that the velocity here is fairly constant, while this velocity is actually increasing.